You've got real estate that you need to get rid of or do something to make it revenue generating. You've got an idea of what to do with it from a hotel and club perspective. Tell me all about that intersection and how has that resonated with the university community?
I've seen a lot throughout the past 10 years. There's some unutilized buildings that they have, and then there's some land, extra land, that it's just sitting there. And that's when I started proposing to some folks, we can do a joint venture partners. You don't need to sell me anything. You don't need a ground lease whatsoever. You stay in the game. Yeah. Then you have hotel income coming in.
These universities, hospitals too, don't really know if their funding is changing. So they're taking a look at the holdings that they have that they can try to liquidate and figure out how do we get some extra money in. Welcome back to Check In with Bryan, the podcast where hospitality meets heart, hustle, and high-stakes decisions. I'm Bryan Fish, and today we're diving into one of the most exciting intersections of design and purpose, university hotels. My guest is Aileen Canta, the creative visionary behind the University Hotels brand that's helping shape a new kind of hospitality experience, one that brings together the prestige of academia, the comfort of home, and the refined elegance of a private club. In this episode, we're going to learn how Aileen came up with the idea of university hotels, what inspires her, and how these destination hotels are truly going to be changing a model that couldn't be more relevant than right now. So let's check in with Aileen. This episode is brought to you by Reliance Hospitality Global, where hospitality meets strategy. Whether you're developing your next hotel, need help navigating operations, or you're looking to increase profitability through our expert consulting and business process outsourcing services, Reliance has you covered. From boutique independents to full-service brands, we help owners, investors, and partners unlock value at every stage. Visit RelianceHospitality.com to learn more, and let's build something remarkable together. Well, welcome back. I am joined now by Aileen Canta, who is the founder of University Hotels and of your company's AF Canta Incorporated.
Yes.
Yep. Aileen is a renowned hotel developer with over 25 years of global experience, spanning hospitality, mixed-use, residential, and commercial projects. An award-winning industry leader, she's recognized for full-cycle expertise from acquisition and financing to visionary development, design execution, and community-driven leadership. And I will also say a master at networking. I just spent a day at NYU with her yesterday, and she knew everybody. Everybody, it was like a receiving line for you.
No, I don't. Come on.
I feel like you do.
No, it's an honor to be here. Yeah. Thank you so much for picking me. I'm shocked, and Amber here is the star, and she's sleeping.
Amber, you've done a lot of. We're going to talk about a lot of your hard work. So
I know
you've been amazing.
She's my chief development officer. Actually, she is going to be, and we're creating something like Ask Amber. And that's Mr. Fish's idea. So watch out.
I think she's going to be a great guest service agent.
That's right.
So she is the future of AI. But no, I'm glad that you're here because this is very exciting. So a couple weeks ago, you were at the Boutique Lodging Investment Conference in New York. And you launched the brand. And you've had a lot of wins recently.
Yes.
Leading up to the conference, you've had wins. Well, so I think changed the trajectory of how you were going into the conference, right?
Yes, absolutely. It was such a surprise to be chosen to present or launch the brand. Rather, I was asked when I was in Beverly Hills, and I bumped into Fran and Ariella, and we just got caught up, and we haven't really got caught up, and all of a sudden, boom, Aileen, you're going to launch University Hotels, just like that. It's like everything kind of went on like a smooth operator Sade kind of moment. Yeah. But to get to here, woof, it was a lot of crying, and there was a lot of, persistency. Really, it's what makes things work for me. Mm-hmm. And I don't give up easily. And I cry, but I don't give up.
Yeah, you can cry, but just keep on going.
Yes.
Don't let the tears take you down.
No.
I mean, you've been working on this project for 4 years now.
5.
5 years. So since COVID, essentially.
Yes.
And to see it at this point, to be able to present it to people, and to be able to take the lid off of it and tell everyone about it has to feel fantastic.
I don't
know if fantastic's the right word.
I don't think it's not even stupendous. It's not even stupendous. I think it was more soul-searching experience for me that I cannot even explain.
Yeah.
And it's such a blessing.
Yeah.
It's such a blessing that it just came together in a nick of time, and it's just a perfect timing. Of all places, New York.
Yeah.
It's really where I wanted to launch it.
Yeah.
And it just happened.
Well, it's a special meeting for me too. We met at the Union League Club.
That's right. Last year.
Amber caught my eye.
No, because of Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, she's networking like crazy.
We need to give her a bling.
Yeah, she needs bling. University hotels, yeah. And every university we go to, she's going to have some sort of outfit.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, she will have to. So, I was actually thinking about it the other day. I was like, I wonder if university hotels, Amber could kind of be like the JW Marriott. So you know how like at every Marriott there's a painting of
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Marriott?
Yeah.
There needs to be a painting of Amber in every hotel.
Oh, yeah. And then, like, surrounding the university,
Yeah.
the campus and stuff like that, their logo.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like that?
I
Yeah.
like that. And then we need stuffed animals.
We said that you've been working on this for 5 years. So what really was the inspiration for you to start this brand?
The inspiration was from 10 years ago when Brittany, my daughter, my only child, went to University of Alabama. It was such a surreal experience. She was 16 years old and took forever to get there. There was no direct flight, right? And then we got there to Birmingham. Then you have to drive another 2 hours, if no traffic. Then I booked at Hotel Capstone. Hotel Capstone is an on-campus hotel. And when it's move-in day, orientation, or rush, parents' weekend, whatever, it started at $750 a night to $1,200 a night. And I stayed there for a reason, if I can get in, by the way, so I can really be immersed with Brittany, especially in her freshman year, because she stayed at the dorms, right? And I started writing things down. It was such a horrible experience. The bed was awful. Of course, the food was I brought protein bars. I ate at Subway.
Oh, wow.
And I brought fruits and stuff like that. We'd go to the market. It was just, everything was disgusting. It was the canned cheese.
Yeah.
Ew. Like nacho cheese from
That's
the can.
disgusting.
It's not even Velveeta. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to you lived in Texas. You know a good queso.
Yeah.
You know cheese.
Yeah. And it was just like, oh my God, like everything about it. I started writing them down. And I kept a notebook. And then I said, wow, there's a way to turn this around.
Yeah.
That it stressed the living colors out of me when we had to run around Target, Walmart, and wherever else to buy her sheets for the dorm and everything else. And then you're out of it.
Yeah.
If I was prepared for it, I would have rather have someone else do it for me, and I enjoy my time with Brittany.
Yeah.
I was so exhausted, and that's how.
And that's the whole, like, when you're doing a dorm room too, it's like you have to have twin extra long
Yes.
sheets. So it's not even like you can just go get the sheets
Nope.
sometimes. Like
Nope.
the ones you like, you may
It's
have to
too
order
big
them
or-
because it's too big or too small.
Or use like a queen, and then you have to like tuck it in, and it's
it's weird.
It's a pain.
Yeah, no. I mean, that would have inspired me. And especially at the rates you were paying,
Yeah.
you would have expected a luxury experience, right?
It's not. And
it
even
was
the
not.
shower was disgusting.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you had that experience, how many other parents have that experience?
A ton.
They don't but they don't have the know-how to know like this can be better.
No.
You just knew it could be better because you've done these projects and you know.
And after that, I kind of shelved the idea because, I got busy. And every time I would visit her, I moved her out of the dorms, and the same thing, even being there, looking at apartments and buying her furniture. It was just like something is missing.
Yeah.
And there's a Holiday Inn Express, sorry, IHGs, no offense, but that's all there is there.
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express, and I don't even see there's a Days Inn and Vagabond Inn.
Oh.
And so much money in the South.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, my daughter met this New Yorker family. I can't mention their names, but they're very high profile here in New York. And we became friendly. And that's who was going there, like, because maybe they wanted to experience the South, the partying in the South, or trying to run away. That was my daughter's thing. She wanted to get out of Newport Beach, and she wanted to get out of mom's control. That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, very typical of a college student.
She was 16 too. She was turning
she's
17.
Younger than a college student.
She was a little smart, you know.
Hey.
She got it from my ex-husband, not from mom. Just kidding.
I feel like I gotta give that plug. Give that plug. Now, the launch date that you had, the actual launch date of the brand was very special to you.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about that?
I hope I don't cry, but
we're here for you.
June 4th. It was June 4th. It fell on my late father's birthday. He unfortunately passed 32 years ago. And he was my rock. I was turning 20, a week from turning 20, and my world changed from a princess to a pauper. From having, we had 10 housemaids, 2 chauffeurs, and a security guard, to all of a sudden living in America, like, whoa, what am I doing here? You know, like, it's not like, don't get me wrong, I was beyond grateful. He worked for Tupperware, you know. It was just the moment when I was on stage, this all came back to me. It kind of rewound what I've gone through in the past 30 years. By the way, I look young. I'll tell you my secret later on. But it just brought back so many memories, that what I've gone through, the ups and downs, but I never gave up.
Yeah.
It just I'm so sorry, but it's so surreal to me that I was able to launch the passion, that so much hard work I put in this. And people are listening to me. Don't get me wrong. People turn me down. You had
a lot of no's before you got to a yes.
The first people I presented to look for money, it's all promises. You need to tell me when you get the first one. So I changed my trajectory, you know?
Yeah.
And I went after the finance people first. But then they said no. I went after the universities, and that's when it started to turn around for me. Yeah. But as I've said, going back to launch it on June 4th here in New York was just extra special, because I honored my father. He instilled in me the values, the persistency, and to go after my dreams. And lastly is my faith is what got me through everything. I can never tell you, like, I always pray.
Yeah.
I pray and I believe and I manifest.
It's worked.
Yeah. And
you're living proof that it works.
And I'm here and I'm talking to you, and I can't believe that it's here, you know?
Yeah. From all those no's, you had multiple opportunities where you could have just thrown in the towel and said, I'm just going to go get a job.
Oh, a couple of friends that maybe they're jealous of me, or they're just saying, Aileen, you're incurring debts. Being on your own, you have to, fend for yourself. I said, well, there's a reason I have, credit cards and credit line. And you know what? I can't give up. I have this one last hurrah.
Yeah.
I can't give up. And I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was very persistent about it. And I went for the gold.
And I think the one thing I will tell you about it, so, we met last summer. We got together again, like in the fall, I want to say, maybe like around Memorial or Labor Day. I was getting Memorial Day and Labor Day mixed up. But
Lodging.
And I think the thing that has resonated with me from the very beginning, and why I tell people I'm so on board with the project, is your passion for the project from the very beginning. Because the moment you started talking to us about it, you could tell you were very passionate about it. And it wasn't a situation where you wanted to build it, like you weren't building an idea that you were going to be willing to sell right away. It was, you want to build a good business, and then if it sells at some point, it sells at some point. But I would imagine you've probably had the opportunity at this point to potentially sell the idea, but I don't think that's what you're in it for.
No. Actually, one investor that I've been talking to, he had an idea to go ahead and capture and get it to that point, and then sell it to the big brands. And I go, why are you making a decision for me? It's mine.
Yeah.
And I licensed it. Oh, by the way, I trademarked it. Okay.
Yeah.
I trademarked it,
So
and
nobody can steal it.
nobody can steal it, and I'm keeping that license, you know. And when this all came about, that's when I thought of being in the moment at that University of Alabama, sitting there. I said, oh my God, all these parents buying Subway, we're all just sitting here chit-chatting, and Aileen brought wine and all. I really had wine delivered. I'm that bougie at that time. You know, I had wine delivered there, pre-delivered, and I treated the parents, and Brittany was like, that's my mom. And it became a club. And I had contacts of the parents, and I'm very social. I'm an introvert to a point. I need my space, but that's when I created the club moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can make this thing happen here, and we
create a community.
We don't need to go anywhere. We just wanted to be with our kids because, hey, you give birth to them, and then all of a sudden they're gone.
Right.
I mean, there was one time last year, 8 months I didn't see Brittany. I was so torn apart.
Wow.
It's
a long time.
That's my freaking child.
Yeah.
Well, Amber now. No, sorry, Brittany.
Yeah. I know. Well, and that makes me think, because I don't get home to see my mom enough, and I need to go see my mom more often than I do. You've asked me recently, like, how are you excited? And it's like, I am very excited because this is so different than anything we typically work on. But it's very different when it's yours, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is your baby. This is your, like, your blood, sweat, tears, late nights, early mornings.
Oh, I've been through a lot.
You've been through a lot to get to this point.
This point. And I've been through a lot. And in order for me to really hone in on it is when the time that I've experienced such a trauma.
Yeah.
And every day I was crying, I really honed in on myself. I honed in on my healing. And this is why really this immersed in this world.
Now, with university hotels, it's a unique situation that you've presented, especially in the university community. Now, I think if we had talked 8 months ago, we would have guessed that the environment would have changed in such a way that might incentivize some universities to need to liquidate some assets or get some additional
money source
of revenue.
Yep.
You had proposed, and you've proposed this to multiple universities at this point, but proposed doing a joint venture model where essentially, like in the development side on like a normal like new build hotel, we would say a land contribution, like the farmer's putting up the land and, you know, they get paid off at the time the deal closes or whatever. Your situation, what you've presented in your scheme is let's, you know, University A1C, I don't know where I came up with A1C. Isn't that your sugar? University A1C. Something like that. Yeah. Hey, you've got real estate that you need to get rid of or do something to make it revenue generating. You've got an idea of what to do with it from a hotel and club perspective. What has that, like, tell me all about that intersection and how has that resonated with the university community?
So, as I've said, I've seen a lot throughout the past 10 years. And when I was like trying to develop the brand in my head, but I really did my research and drove around and kind of like made notes of what's out there. There's some unutilized buildings that they have, and then there's some land, extra land that is just sitting there. And that's when I started proposing to some folks just by chit-chatting. Hey, you know, we can do a joint venture partners. You don't need to sell me anything. You don't need a ground lease whatsoever. You stay in the game. Then you have hotel income coming in. And plus it's universities and medical facilities are considered opportunity zone. And now when I approach all the universities before, they kind of put me, Aileen, hit us up Q2 of 2024 or call us again Q1 of 2025. All of a sudden, those universities that kind of might, Aileen, reach out to us Q1, Q2 of 2025, well, they're emailing me back and saying, Aileen, and they're giving me addresses for the first time. And this started in April.
Which always knows that someone's serious when they start giving the address.
And because their budget cuts, they need to, now they're considering my offer. And then I keep when I work on the deck, I have different versions of the deck. Whenever I'm updating my pitch decks, I keep sending it to them. Whether or not they're going to say back to me, who cares? But I keep on.
But you stay in front of them.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
and I visit them and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
old-fashioned sales.
absolutely.
Like it's sales 101.
Yes.
Like if you
so there you go. So
you just got to be
now
out there.
it turned around. Now it's like, wow. And that launch that happened, the press release had gone out to multiple universities. You and I are both busy now. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to share where we're going to live.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hear we want to move to New York.
Yes.
So
I want to.
and Amber here.
Amber loves New York.
Who you can find on Instagram at Amber,
Amber in Newport Beach.
Might be changing to Amber
in New York.
New York. So I love this dog. No, and that's so true because now people don't really know, like these universities, hospitals too, don't really know like if their funding is changing. So they're taking a look at the holdings that they have that they can try to liquidate and figure out how do we get some extra money in.
And plus, what differs, Bryan, and you know this on a management point of view, we're not charging an OTA. We're not going to connect with the OTAs. We have our own reservation platform. It's because we're through the university.
Right.
And you can just book it through us. And I know people are into points.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a way. That's your
my
forte.
Yeah.
We can figure out a way to do
to
do a point system, maybe work with an airline or something, or a credit card company of some sort.
Yeah.
We can do that and we'll figure that out. I mean, we didn't think that far ahead, you know. But this happens so fast.
These are happy things to start. These are happy developments.
Correct.
So yeah. I think it's going to be great, especially for parents that are going in. They're already spending enough on tuition as it is.
Yeah.
And then to go in and have a really bad experience. Or let's use the hospital as an example. You've had a sick family member that's in the hospital for treatment. The last thing you want to do is have an environment at the end of the day to go to that's
like the very critical phase of their treatment.
Right.
And they need to be nurtured. It's like everything should be concierge level.
Yeah.
And these people are coming from all over the world to get treated.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, the lung facility in Denver that I went to when I got sick there. That's the #1 lung facility of the world. I never knew that was. And they open a JW Marriott right there across just so they can, but they're not offering anything. They're just staying there so they can just walk across there, or the doctors can just come and see them. It's a great concept. But here you can have university hotels right there in your
on the campus of the hospital.
Campus of the
Yeah. No, and that's huge. Like a lot. Well, it's kind of like I look at it this way. It's also why hotels and airports do well. Because if you have there's a reason why they do well and they build them in the airport because there's a reason, it's purpose-driven reason why you're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it makes sense. And you don't want to go that far. I like Chicago O'Hare. I mean,
the Hyatt.
The Hilton O'Hare.
The Hyatt.
That's Dallas.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oops.
Dallas has 2, but in Chicago it's the Hilton O'Hare.
Oh.
The hotel could use a refresh. But I got to tell you, they always replace the mattresses and
the shower.
The shower is always taken care of.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's good. But it's a 5-minute walk to get to security.
Oh.
So when you have a 5 a.m. flight, it's the perfect place to stay.
Oh, that's true.
So
it's kind of like the Dallas Hyatt.
Exactly.
The one I'm talking
Dallas
about.
Hyatt,
Okay.
yeah. Same thing I've done there where it's like you end up there for a night and it's like, no, I just want to walk across.
Yeah.
So same if you're visiting somebody at the hospital or you're on a campus, you just want to be able to walk to your kids or your family member.
Absolutely.
And not have to deal with an Uber and all these other things. So Aileen, part of the uniqueness with university hotels is the club. So with the club, as a guest, what do I get? And as a student, what do I get with this club?
So the club itself is the hotel.
Okay.
That's the unique part of it. I know other club memberships do have hotel rooms, some of them. Right? And they only offer food and beverage, and then you have some meeting spaces, like small, like 2-seater, kind of like privacy, rooms and whatnot. And they have telephone booths and stuff like that.
Telephone booths and stuff for calls.
But this one, you will have the benefits of whatever amenities that the hotel has to offer. The library, right? You're going to immerse yourself within the grounds of the hotel. You can eat anywhere you want.
That's nice.
You can eat anywhere. You can buy the book. You can rent it.
Okay.
And then you can have a sip of the Lavazza coffee, since we did sign a partnership with the Lavazza coffee. And if anyone doesn't know Lavazza, they're the ones who invented the espresso machine back in the day, you know.
Okay.
And
Do you know I never knew that?
Oh,
I've known of Lavazza coffee. I did not know that's what their claim to fame was.
fact check me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, and health and wellness. So we're going to have, it's a very health and wellness driven, super, super, super. I say that because I'm a profound proponent of health. I've been sick, and I've done mind over matter, and I've healed. And I don't like taking medication. I fight with my doctors. So if anyone sees my knee here on the camera, I don't know. But I was supposed to have a knee replacement, and I did peptide shots for 3 months. Thanks to, my bestie, who's so into biotech, and she healed herself as well for, her cancer with, all the latest and greatest technology to heal, like hyperbaric chambers, cryotherapy, all the, ice baths. And
the hyperbaric chamber works. I did that after I had a surgery a couple years ago.
So you heal.
My healing was expedited.
Expedited.
The surgeon was shocked that I healed as fast as I did.
Yeah, and then the red light therapy, as you see, everyone's doing that.
The mask.
The mask, like I've been doing all the red light therapy for my face for a long while, but there's so many benefits about focusing on your health. Mm-hmm. It comes from within. Yeah. You can't just mask it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And it comes from within.
Well, your health is a whole body experience.
And mind, body, and soul. Yeah. It's what you put in is what you get out. It's karma, the same thing. Yeah, it's what you put out is what you get out there. So what you put in the universe is what you're going to get back. But the hotel experience is the club. Okay. You'll have book signing. You'll have the books will be curated to the school, to the school's history, to the city's history, and
it's not a cookie cutter. I'm going to get the same thing everywhere. I'm going to get the same type of experience.
Absolutely.
But it's going to be localized.
Our design is in-house. It's already been done, and we just kind of like situate it. There's already a prototype done, and we situate it to each location. Yeah. Whatever the space is provided, then we figure it out.
Which is a big savings if you're investing to build this.
Yeah, because we've already done it for you. Yeah. The outside, we have to adhere to, the school's requirement. Right. So we just put the sign out, but everything is like, we prefer that we can have a pool. Okay. So you can do laps and, there's a lot of water therapy and all that stuff.
Water aerobics?
Well, that's for old people.
That's true, yeah.
I'm going to get there. Oops, sorry, Lord. But, water therapy. For me, for part of my therapy, for my surgery, I'm already preparing. I'm swimming. And because that's one of my therapy. Okay. Post-surgery. Everything, Pilates machines and stuff like that. Not like you have to pay for it at like $150 per hour as a private. Mm-hmm. It will be available for you and catering to everyone's needs. There's going to be people there with IV shots. Yeah. If you're hungover.
Oh, I love a good IV.
Oh, if you're hungover. Yeah. Let's be real. My daughter partied. I'm sorry, Brittany, I'm using you again. Oops. My daughter partied when she was in college. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And she still parties, but IV shots. Yeah. And it should be not only for the sports of the Division I team for the school. When my niece Chloe went to Chapman, their gym is high tech. They have ice baths. They have red light therapy. They have everything that you can think of to heal. Yeah. But it's only for the
athletes.
The athletes.
Yeah.
What about the normal person that can afford to do that.
And interesting, maybe not just for a hangover, but also like I use IVs and get them a lot when I travel overseas.
B12 shots,
yeah, the B12
and all
shots and all
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
So it really does help you.
Oh.
So like if you have international students that are coming in, helps them, helps the parents adjust to the time.
I'm just being facetious, Bryan. I'm just trying to be real.
Yeah.
Like, as adults.
But the reality is,
Yeah.
and we've all been in Vegas and we've had to have the person come to our room with the IV bag and like revive us.
And hotel industry, come on, it's a
Yeah.
party animal. Like,
I know, we were at NYU and they're out till like 1 o'clock in the morning or something.
I cannot hang out.
Yeah.
I can't hang anymore. I just drink, I only drink wine when I'm in Europe or when I'm in New York and I read the ingredients.
Yeah, you actually know what it is.
Yep.
You've had some secret success. A secret sauce, we'll call it. Amper. Now, I know... Now, Amper literally has been your top cheerleader. She's your chief marketing officer. We've talked about making her like the chief guest services agent, doing the AI bot
Ask Amper.
What has she lent to the project? Because she's very calm right now, but I feel like she's calm because she's tired. She's done a lot of work.
Yeah, no, she's trained this way. So we went through training. Amper fell into my lap when I was in the family office conference in Laguna Beach. And they were just to break the ice because it's such a stiff conference in a sense. It's so serious. It's not like NYU and all that. They don't let you in. They don't let you in if you're an architect or designer or whatever. Okay. It's really serious just for money, right? And for investments. If you're going to be like a GC or a consultant, you have to sponsor to showcase. That's it. That's the only way to get in, right? They were doing a pet adoption. And they work with a local breeder, and that's how I got her. And I was just resting there, and she came into my lap, and I never left that pen for 3 hours. And Eisner Amper was the company. They're based here in New York.
Okay.
And they said, one of the partners goes, Aileen, you have her. And I go, I travel a lot. And I told myself I'm not going to have a dog again after my Sasha died. And then
I feel like every pet owner says that.
It was Hooked on Phonics. Remember that? Hooked on Phonics?
Yeah.
It was there. And then I looked around, I go, what am I gonna name her? Amper. And then she goes, you made the best decision of your life. And I go, how come? Oh, because it's you can go to conferences that we sponsor and she can be the mascot. Yeah. And then it became that and I go to conferences and people gravitate to her. Yeah. And we went through training and all that. And she's been a great companion. She goes with me everywhere. And she is my chief marketing officer because certain people that I've met, especially you. Yeah. You came to me because of Amper.
I did.
And that was it.
Yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. And I think, people, like, I love when hotels have dogs, like, in the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Thing, like, they do those pet adoption events and stuff, too, because, like, dogs calm people down, even in the worst situations.
Oh, yeah.
So it's amazing. So
and we're going to have an offering at University Hotels and Club, the dog bar.
Yeah, which is a take on dry bar.
Correct. And we'll treat your dogs, like get a bath and whatnot, and dog sitting, so they can't just leave their dogs in the room and all that. Like Ritz-Carlton has a kids club or Four Seasons and whatnot.
Well, I can't wait, Aileen, and thank you for sitting down with us this afternoon. This project, it's absolutely wild to me that it's gotten to the point it is so quickly.
I know.
It quickly for me, not as quickly for you, because it's been 5 years. I'm really proud to see what you've been able to do.
Thank you.
And I can't wait. Like, we're just getting started on this journey with you. And I can't wait to see what happens because it's just so, like, the concept's unique. The few people I've been able to share it with are so excited about it, which is why it's great now that it's out in the open. Because now I don't have to think, okay, do I have an NDA signed for this? Like, what's going on? So, no, I think, like, literally, please know, like, we're very excited about this. And I can't wait to see all the schools that are participating and the hospitals. And we know that it'll end up going overseas at some point.
Oh,
as well.
Absolutely. So, and there's already an ask in Spain. Yeah. And we'll do season 2.
Yeah.
Bryan Fish podcast.
From Spain.
You can follow me. If you really want to know about me, if you're jealous of me, watch season 2.
Yeah, exactly. So now you can find you on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
at
AF Canta, Canta, and we'll have our university hotels.
Yep,
I think
hotels. Yep.
You've already done that.
Yeah, so be sure to follow that, and then you can also follow at Amper in Newport Beach.
But
might become Amper in New York. Yeah, she's still checking out apartments.
Yep.
So, but thank you so much, Aileen.
Thank you.
I really appreciate everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much for asking me to be here.
Oh, you're very
really
welcome.
An honor.
Yeah, I'm excited that we were able to get you, and we're in the same place for once.
I know.
So we could sit down. We didn't have to do it through the screen. So
Perfect.
It's fantastic. So
Yay.
thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So at the end, we like to do checkout rants. So
all right,
we're the check-in.
Yeah,
now we're checking out. Yeah. So what's driving us wild in hospitality right now? So those moments in hospitality that just make your blood boil. So what, in our vertical of hospitality, what makes your blood boil right now?
The number one thing is, as a woman, especially, I've lived through and through, my integrity is what I hold up high. And that's number one value for me. And that's why I'm sitting here with you. And I've created this brand. If not, the one thing that really makes my blood boil is when you're in a conference and all of a sudden it destroys the woman's credibility because a couple of women will be wearing such short shorts or like flaunting everything that they can just because they're doing business development for like a GC or for example, they're hired by a consulting firm or whatnot. I'm just using that as an example. And it really demeans women. Have some respect, and that really ruins us. But I'm sorry, it still exists.
Yeah.
That it kind of like that one woman, okay, great. You can wear all that. Not in the conference. I mean, that really, for me, that's the biggest.
Like dress the part.
Dress the part. Have
dress
some
for the
respect.
environment.
Have some respect.
Well, I agree that, you need to dress for the environment you're in. And I think it, and respect is earned too. No, I think it's good advice for young people coming up too. Like, you don't need to do that to be successful.
No.
Well, thank you again, Aileen, and thank you, Amper. She's like, I'm going to sleep. And,
that's it.
We can't wait to see. We're checked out.
Check out. Say bye.
Awesome. And we'll be back next week with another episode of the Check-In with Bryan. This episode of Check-In with Bryan is a production of RH Media Productions. Executive producer Tyler Alexander. Marketing support provided by Sunny Timbor. This episode was recorded at Love Studios, New York City, New York. Thanks for checking in. Be sure to follow the podcast wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss this Friday's weekly checkout. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Reliance Hospitality Global Incorporated or any of its affiliates, partners, or subsidiaries. All content is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be interpreted as professional or legal advice.